Hare Krishna, my dear devotees. Happy Balaram Purnima. I will begin by singing the Mangala Charana prayers and leading a short kirtan, and then I will speak about Lord Balarama from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yes. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavangscha Shri Rupa Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitangscha Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine.
Shata
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva, Guru Deva, Jaya Guru Deva. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Pariprajakacharya Stotra Sri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramhansa Pariprajakacharya Stotra Sri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganga Mai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, my dear devotees. Happy Balaram Purnima. We shall read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8. And to begin, I'll read a portion of the chapter summary. One day, Vasudeva sent for Garga Muni, the family priest of the Yadu Vamsa. And thus Garga Muni went to the house of Nanda Maharaj, who received him very well and requested him to give names to Krishna and Balaram. Gargamuni, of course, reminded Nanda Maharaj that Kamsa was looking for the son of Devaki, and said that if he performed the ceremony very gorgeously, the ceremony would come to the notice of Kamsa, who would then suspect that Krishna was the son of Devaki. Nanda Maharaj therefore requested Gargamuni to perform the ceremony without anyone's knowledge, and Gargamuni did so. Because Balaram, the son of Rohini, increases the transcendental bliss of others, his name is Rama. And because of his extraordinary strength, he is called Baladev. He attracts the Yadus to follow his instructions, and therefore his name is Shankarshan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 So we read from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 8, Text 1. Shri Shuka Vacha Garga Purohito Rajan Yadunam Samahatapa Rajam Jagamanandasya Vasudeva Prachoditaha. Shukadeva Goswami said, O Maharaj Parikshit, the priest of the Yadu dynasty, namely Gargamuni, who was highly elevated in austerity and penance, was then inspired by Vasudeva to go see Nanda Maharaj at his home. Tam Drisra Parama Prita Prityatriya Kritanjali Anarcha To Shayadiya Pranipata Parasaram. When Nanda Maharaj saw Gargamuni present at his home, Nanda was so pleased that he stood up to receive him with folded hands. Although seeing Gargamuni with his eyes, Nanda Maharaj could appreciate that Gargamuni was a Hokshaja, that is, he was not an ordinary person seen by material senses. Supavishtam kritatityam gira sunyatyanmuninam nandaya vitabravid brahman purnasya karanamakim. When Gargamuni had been properly received as a guest and was very comfortably seated, Nanda Maharaj submitted with gentle and submissive words, My dear sir, because you are a devotee, you are full in everything. Yet my duty is to serve you. Kindly order me. What can I do for you? Well, from these interactions we can see the sublime relationships among the devotees, how respectful they were of one another, and how appreciative they were, and how each one wanted to render service to the other. Mahadvi chalanam nrinam grihanam dinachetasam nishraya shaya bhagavan kalpate nanyata kvachit. O my Lord, O great devotee, persons like you move from one place to another, not for their own interests, but for the sake of poor-hearted grihastas. Otherwise, they have no interest in going from one place to another. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. As factually stated by Nanda Maharaj, Gargamuni, being a devotee, had no needs. Similarly, when Krishna comes, he has no needs, for he is Purna, Atmarama. Purna means complete, and Atmarama means self-satisfied. Nonetheless, he descends to this material world to protect the devotees and vanish miscreants. Paritranaya sadhunam, vinashaya chaduskritam. This is the mission of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and devotees also have the same mission. One who executes the mission of para upakar, performing welfare activities for people in general, is recognized by Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as being very, very dear to him. Nata chasman manusheshu kaschin me priyakritama. The quotation from the end of the Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna says that the preacher is most dear to him, and there will never be one more dear. And in the end, devotional service is guaranteed, and he will go back home, back to Godhead. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has advised this para upakar, and he has especially advised the inhabitants of India. Bharata bhumit haila manusya janmayara janma sarthakari kara para upakara. One who has taken his birth as a human being in the land of India, Bharatvarsha, should make his life successful and work for the benefit of all other people. C.C. Adi 941. On the whole, the duty of a pure Vaishnava devotee is to act for the welfare of others. Nanda Maharaj could understand that Gargamuni had come for this purpose, and that his own duty was now to act according to Gargamuni's advice. Thus he said, "Please tell me what is my duty." This should be the attitude of everyone. The Varnashram society is organized into 8 divisions: Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra, Brahmacharya, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyas. Nanda Maharaj represented himself as Grihinam, a householder. A brahmachari factually has no needs, but grihi, householders, are engaged in sense gratification. As stated in Bhagavad Gita 2:44, Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam taya parita chetasam. Everyone has come to this material world for sense gratification, and the position of those who are too attached to sense gratification and who therefore accept the Grihastha ashram is very precarious. Since everyone in this material world is searching for sense gratification, Grihasthas are required to be trained as Mahat, great Mahatmas. Therefore, Nanda Maharaj specifically used the word Mahadvichalanam. Gargamuni had no interest to serve by going to Nanda Maharaj, but Nanda Maharaj, as a Grihastha, was always perfectly ready to receive instructions from a Mahatma to gain the real benefit in life. Thus he was ready to execute Gargamuni's order. For the sake of time, I'll just read the translations. O great saintly person, you have compiled the astrological knowledge by which one can understand past and present unseen things. By the strength of this knowledge, any human being can understand what he has done in his past life and how it affects his present life. This is known to you. My Lord, you are the best of the Brahmanas, especially because you are fully aware of the Jyotish Shastra, the astrological science. Therefore, you are naturally the spiritual master of every human being. This being so, since you have kindly come to my house, kindly execute the reformatory activities for my two sons. Gargamuni said, My dear Nanda Maharaj, I am the priestly guide of the Yadu dynasty. This is known everywhere. Therefore, if I perform the purificatory processes for your sons, Kamsa will consider them the sons of Devaki. So, Kamsa had heard that that the eighth son of Devaki would kill him, and so when the eighth son, Krishna, appeared in the prison house of Kamsa, Vasudeva carried him to Vrindavan and exchanged him for the baby girl to which Mother Yashoda had just given birth. And Mother Yashoda, being exhausted from the labor of childbirth, was not aware if she had given birth to a son or a daughter. So Vasudeva left Krishna and took the daughter and returned to Mathura. So, anyway, Gargamuni said, My dear Nanda Maharaj, I am the priestly guide of the Yadu dynasty. This is known everywhere. Therefore, if I perform the purificatory processes for your sons, Kamsa will consider them the sons of Devaki. Nanda Maharaj said, My dear great sage, if you think that your performing this process of purification will make Kamsa suspicious, then secretly chant the Vedic hymns and perform the purifying process of the second birth here in the cowshed of my house, without the knowledge of anyone else, even my relatives, for this process of purification is essential. Sukadeva Goswami continued, Having thus been especially requested by Nanda Maharaj to do that which he already desired to do, Gargamuni performed the name-giving ceremony for Krishna and Balaram in a solitary place. Gargamuni said, and this is our subject of tonight, Balaram. Gargamuni said, This child, the son of Rohini, will give all happiness to his relatives and friends by his transcendental qualities. Therefore he will be known as Rama. And because he will manifest extraordinary bodily strength, he will also be known as Bala. Moreover, because he unites two families, Vasudeva's family and the family of Nanda Maharaj, he will be known as Shankarshan. Purport. Baladev was actually the son of Devaki, but he was transferred from Devaki's womb to that of Rohini. This fact was not disclosed. Gargamuni did disclose to Nanda Maharaj that Balaram would be known as Shankarshan because of uniting two families, the Yadu Vamsa and the Vamsa of Nanda Maharaj, one of which was known as Kshatriya and the other as Vaishya. Both families had the same original forefather, the only difference being that Nanda Maharaj was born of a Vaishya wife whereas Vasudeva was born of a Kshatriya wife. Later, Nanda Maharaj married a Vaishya wife, and Vasudeva married a Kshatriya wife. So although the families of Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva both came from the same father, they were divided as Kshatriya and Vaishya. Now Baladev united them, and therefore he was known as Shankarshan. So then Gargamuni proceeds to speak about Krishna, who is not our particular subject tonight. He'll be our subject on Janmashtami, which is coming up. So this is the prediction of Gargamuni in relation to Lord Balaram, and it gives some indication of the glories of Lord Balaram. One year at the Ardha Kumbha Mela in Allahabad, during Srila Prabhupada's presence, there was a dispute between Prabhupada's disciples, Madhuvisa Prabhu and Yamuna Devi. And Madhuvisa Prabhu said, there's no difference between Krishna and Balaram, except that Krishna is black and Balaram is white. And that is stated in the Shastra. And Yamuna Devi said, but there is another difference, because Krishna is the only enjoyer of Srimati Radharani. So they were having this dispute, and Tamal Krishna Goswami brought the matter to Srila Prabhupada. And he told Srila Prabhupada that Madhuvisa says that there's no difference between Krishna and Balaram, only Krishna is black and Balaram is white. And Prabhupada said, he's right. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami says, but Yamuna Devi says that there is another difference, because Krishna is the only enjoyer of Srimati Radharani. And Srila Prabhupada said, yes, she is right. And Tamal Krishna Goswami said, but they're both saying different things. They both can't be right. And Srila Prabhupada said, yes, you are right. So then Tamal Krishna Goswami said, well, then who is right? And Srila Prabhupada said, you decide. So, all right, my dear devotees, thank you for listening so patiently and attentively. And now if any of you have any questions or any comments or any reflections you would like to share, please raise your hand. Yes. Yeah, is there a microphone? Yes, it's coming.
First of all, thank you for a marvelous discourse, for your
Thank
association. I remember reading somewhere, I'm not sure what the source is, that someone said that Prabhupada was a Shaktivesh avatar of Balaram, or in the mood of Balaram. I'm such a neophyte that I can't claim to understand that, but perhaps you can shed some light on it.
Yes, it is said that Srila Prabhupada was a Shaktivesh avatar. There are different kinds of avatars, and Shakti Avesh means that he is empowered with the Shakti, or the potency of the Lord. And Srila Prabhupada himself has said so. He would quote the verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishna Shakti Vina Nahi Tara Pravartana. Without being empowered by Krishna, the potency of Krishna, one cannot spread the holy names. So yes, we accept that Srila Prabhupada was a Shakti Avesh avatar. And I always saw him as, following in the footsteps of Lord Nityananda. Yeah, he was like I would say he was empowered by the Shakti of Lord Nityananda. Which reminds me of another statement of Srila Prabhupada's, which I really like. Jai Shri Radha Giridhari ki jai, Shri Gaurnitai ki jai, Shri Baladev, Jagannath Baladev and Subhadra ki jai. Jai. So Srila Prabhupada said that to approach Radha and Krishna, you need the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. To get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, you need the mercy of Lord Nityananda. And to get the mercy of Lord Nityananda, you have to approach people like Jagai and Madhai. So that's Lord Nityananda's merciful mood, and that was certainly Srila Prabhupada's mood. Yes, His Holiness Bhajinarayan Swami Maharaj.
I'm wondering if you have any recommendations or advice on how we should pray on this day.
Well, Srila Prabhupada said if we have any difficulty or problem, we can place it before Lord Balarama. And so we could do that. And we can pray to be an instrument of His mercy. And be worthy of His representative, Srila Prabhupada, in our service. Hare Krishna.
Anyone else with a question? Don't be shy. Here's a man with a question. It's a golden opportunity. Take advantage of it.
Maharaj, we definitely hear a lot of different opinions about astrology and this movement. But I noticed that throughout the Bhagavatam, generally, anytime something important happens, there's an astrology consultation going on. How do we look at it?
Well, I've found that devotees do consider astrology in making matches, and there's some value to that, to see how the horoscopes match. But when a devotee surrenders to Krishna, his destiny is changed. When we were with Srila Prabhupada in, I think it was Indore, so a palm reader came, and we didn't know what to make of him. So we asked Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada, yes, let him. So he's looking at the devotees' palms and looking at their lines and giving different predictions, and this one will go back to Godhead, this one will have to take birth again, and so many things. And then when the palm reader left, the devotees asked Srila Prabhupada what they should think of the whole thing. And Srila Prabhupada said, when you clap your hands in the arti, all your lines are wiped off.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Maharaj. I was reading this purport from the 11th canto, 5th chapter, 32, very famous verse, Krishna Varnam Tusha Akrishnam. So in the purport, Prabhupada mentions that that is confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam by Garga Muni, who said that although the child Krishna was blackish, he also appears in 3 other colors, red, white and yellow. He exhibited his white and red complexions in the Sati and Treta ages respectively. So I just wanted to know more about this white complexion in the Sati Yuga and red in the Treta Yuga. Which incarnation does it represent?
Oh, well, it says that. I mean, it is here. I didn't read it because, we were focusing on Lord Balarama. But, he says many nice things about Krishna. So here, I think, is the verse to which you're referring. Translation. Your son Krishna appears as an incarnation in every millennium. In the past, he assumed 3 different colors, white, red, and yellow. And now he has appeared in a blackish color. Purport. Partially explaining the position of Lord Krishna and partially covering the facts, Garga Muni indicated, your son is a great personality and he can change the color of his body in different ages. The word Brihanata indicates that Krishna is free to make his choice. In other words, he is the Supreme Personality of God and may therefore do whatever he desires. In the Vedic literature, the different colors assumed by the personality of Godhead in different millenniums are stated, and therefore when Garga Muni said, your son has assumed these colors, he indirectly said he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It may be noted that Srila Jiva Goswami, in his book Krama Sandarbha, has enunciated the purport of this verse. In every millennium, Krishna appears in a different form, either as white, red, or yellow. But this time he personally appeared in his original blackish form, and as predicted by Garga Muni, exhibited the power of Narayan. Because in this form the Supreme Personality exhibits himself fully, his name is Krishna, the all-attractive. In the 11th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam describes the incarnations for each yuga in chronological order. The Bhagavatam says, Krite Suklash Chaturbahu Tretayam Raktavarnoso Dwapare Bhagavan Shyama and Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishnam. We actually see that in Kali Yuga, Bhagavan has appeared in Pitavarna, or a yellow color, as Gaur Sundar. So, one should understand that although in some yugas some of the colors are prominent, in every yuga, whenever Krishna appears, all the colors are present. Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishnam. Although Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears without Krishna or a blackish color, he is understood to be Krishna himself. Well, okay, one more.
Maharaj, Hare Krishna, thank you so much for a wonderful lecture. For the benefit of all of us, I was wondering if you could expand a bit on Paropkar. What is really our tradition obviously is the most important aspect of paropkar or the benefit for all of us.
Yeah, para upakar. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagavana Jeev Guru Krishna Prasadi Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. So para upakar means welfare activities for others. Bharata Bhumite Haila Manusya Janma Sarthakari Kara para upakar. So Bharata Bhumite, anyone who's taken his birth in Bharat, which often means India, but in a way it also refers to the planet. Bharata Bhumite Manusya Janma, who's taken his birth as a human being. Bharata Bhumite Manusya Janma Hoilajar Janma Sarthakari Para Upakar. So Janma Sarthakari means he should make his life successful, and Parupakar means he should engage in welfare activities for others. So we make our lives successful, Janma Sartha, by becoming Krishna conscious, and then when we're Krishna conscious, we can do Para-upakar, we can do welfare activities for others by giving them Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya is very merciful, Srila Prabhupada is very merciful. We're also meant to be so. In fact, once Srila Prabhupada said that Lord Chaitanya's Mahavaranyaya, he was addressed by Rupa Goswami, Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Goritvishe Namaha. He's most munificent, and Srila Prabhupada said that similarly the temple presidents in ISKCON should also be most munificent. And we have the best example, His Holiness Bhadri Narayan Swami Maharaj.
Well, I was thinking of Balarama.
Yeah. All right, any other questions or comments? Yes? Yes, yes.
Because you wrote a book about the final days of life, I just have a question about that. It's kind of like a two-part question. How do we deal with the emotions of somebody who's passed away, but then also how do we deal with regret about what we didn't say or what we didn't do with that person while they were still here?
Yes, that book, Life's Final Exam, Death and Dying from the Vedic Perspective. Well, we should, express our appreciation and gratitude for others while they're still alive. There was a professor at Brandeis University, where I also was a student, and he observed, I think his name was Maury Schwartz, he was in the sociology department. He observed that after a person passes away, then people come forward and say all the nice things about him. So Maury Schwartz had the idea to have a funeral for himself while he was still alive. So people could express themselves to him while he was still there, and he could also hear what they had to say. Yeah. Any other questions or comments? Oh, was there another part to your question?
How do you deal with the emotions of losing someone?
You do need to start moving on. If she's got a second part, great. Otherwise, people...
She said it's okay. She said she'll let it go. I'll be around if she wants to pursue it further. I'll entertain her. All right, my dear devotees. So, yes, thank you for coming to the temple on this auspicious occasion. The temple room is packed, which is very encouraging. And so now what is next?
I want to say one thing.
Yes, please.
So I've got a real mic.
No, give him a mic.
You thank the devotees for coming. On behalf of the devotee community, I wanted to thank you for coming. There's only one problem. There's only one problem. When you come, then it makes us want you to come more. So we're hoping this is a series of future visits. Thank you very much, Maharaj.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to spend time with all of you, and I hope to come again and again.
So we just have an announcement about books here. So these are books here written by His Holiness Giriraj Swami, and this is Life's Final Exam, Death and Dying from the Vedic Perspective. So there was some talk about that, so it's a very important book for everyone. And this is Many Moons. So Many Moons is a book on reflections of departed Vaishnavas, so devotees who served within the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It's a very inspiring book. Heroes and heroines here, real heroes and heroines. This book is Watering the Seed. This is a book of essays on different topics in Krishna consciousness, and also anecdotes, exchanges between Srila Prabhupada and His Holiness Giriraj Swami. And the last one here is recent one, I'll Build You a Temple. I'll just read from the back here, some quotes. So this quote is from His Holiness Radhanath Swami. I'll Build You a Temple transports us into one of the great events of our time. Giriraj Swami gives us personal witness into the life of Srila Prabhupada at a time when Prabhupada faced insurmountable odds at every step. The story reveals Prabhupada's unwavering faith, indomitable courage, and profound humility. I'll Build You a Temple is a contemporary narration that shares the emotions, excitement, and message of sacred texts such as the Ramayana, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavatam, and Bhagavad Gita, whose conclusive teachings are revealed to the lives of great souls such as Srila Prabhupada, who battle and ultimately vanquish powerful enemies against seemingly insurmountable odds. Srila Prabhupada said that his project in Bombay was his heart. Another quote from Gopal Krishna Goswami. Srila Prabhupada spent more time in Bombay, so who knows how many days? 554 days. Than in any other city in the world. And that indicates the significance of the Juhu project and of this book. In I'll Build You a Temple, Giriraj Maharaj has translated his long years of commendable involvement in the leadership of ISKCON Juhu, as well as his intense desire to serve Srila Prabhupada's instruction to him, to write into a riveting, thoughtful, and inspiring book. I welcome you all to take a dip in the nectarian pastimes of Sri Sri Radha Rasa Bihar and Juhu, which glorify their pure devotee Srila Prabhupada. And one last quote from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada in relation to this. It was a good fight. Someone should write a book about it. It is worth writing history. So these books are all available here. And you could talk with Nitai Das here. You could please raise your hand. So they're all available, and if you could get the collection, and you give to your friends, family. So, and also he'll sign them for you. So it's a important opportunity. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So does some,
And now they will serve the dinner, but let's see, you have another.
no, I was going to say, does someone lead the devotees in the prasad prayers?
Someone could do that, yeah.
Yeah. You want to do that?
Okay. Sharira Vidya Charendriya Taika Jiva Fale Vishaya Sagare Taramara Jivati Lavamoy Sudamati Takajita Katina Sangsare Krishna Baradoyamoy Karibara Jiva Joy Swaprasad and Anirobai Sainamrita Pao Radha Krishna Gunagal Pramadako Shri Chaitanya Nitai Mahaprasadam Ki Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai
Balaramji, I know I'm up against Prashadam, which makes me, if I say something more, I'm the enemy of everyone in the room. But Subhadra, you were going to say something about Badri Purnima?
Oh, yeah.
Short.
Yeah.
Just give her the mic. She'll know what to do.
That's very important.
Haribol. Okay, so in 1 month, on the 29th of September, is the full moon in the month of Bhadra. And in the Srimad Bhagavatam, it says that if one gives a gift, the gift of a set of Srimad Bhagavatams on Bhadra Purnima, he is guaranteed the transcendental destination. So for that, in light of that, the ISKCON Silicon Valley has arranged that if you would like to give a set or sponsor a set to be sent to the Ukraine, to Latin America, where the economy is really bad and the devotees need lots of Bhagavatam sets. To India, you can sponsor a set to go to a village in India where the whole village has access to it. You can send to a loved one in India for like $150, or to the village, to the Ukraine, to some devotee mentioned prisons. You can sponsor a set to send to a prison. So anyway, please talk to me or one of the devotees like Mukunda or Balaram if you'd like to sponsor a set. Jai, thanks.